So we finally got a new ultimate, and it is Ultimate Valby. And a lot of you guys have been diving into this, and I'm sure you guys want to know how I was able to unlock mine pretty quick. So here is my full guide on doing this. So obviously you guys know by now, we're gonna need the enhanced cells, the stabilizer, the catalyst, and obviously the Valby Code. So we'll start off with enhanced cells. And before I get into this, I'm gonna tell you guys this once, so that way you guys know. For the first two items on each section, it's going to be exactly the same. And you guys know by now, for the Repton and the compound coating material, if you click acquisition info, it's gonna say resource box and munition box. And what you're looking for is these resource boxes that look like this, or the munition boxes that look like this. Now you can pulse and you will see munition boxes. You won't see the resource boxes, you just have to be on the lookout for them. So that is what you're gonna be looking for. Now the Reptons are located in Kingston. The same thing goes for the compound coating material. If you look at this, you have resource boxes and munition boxes. Normal or hard, this is gonna be Echo Swamp. Just look for these resource boxes and munition boxes. Now the main item that you're gonna be looking for that isn't the blueprint is the conductive metallic foil. This is your third item. Now to get this one, you guys are gonna have to start doing these Vespers encrypted storage boxes. So that means you need code breakers. Now there are 3 different types of code breakers, but you don't need to have Enzo. They do say that there are 2 that you need them for, but besides that, I literally run around, and what I do typically is I just start pulsing until I hear that beeping sound. When you hear the beeping sound, then obviously you know you're closer. You just keep following that sound, and as you guys get closer to the code breaker where you're gonna the statue, once you get to it, you can use your code breaker on there, and then you just have to play the little mini game. Once you do that, you should get some of this enhanced material that you need, and that will be the conductive metallic foil. Once you have enough, then you can pretty much, you're done there. You can see I have 77 out of 75. So I actually had to do this after I already had got all the main items. Now the next item that we need for this is the final item, right? So we can craft this piece. This is gonna be the enhanced cell blueprint. Now for this one, you can get this in 4 different areas. Now what I would tell you is these new mutant materials have the best chance, and the one that I found that was the best for out of this one, they had a really high drop rate, was pattern 115 mutant AA. Now you do have to be hard Frostwalker, but it seems like more people are pretty strong now, and I was able to beat Frostwalker pretty easy with a bunch of randoms. Now it is going to be this one right here. Now to get this one, you guys want to head over to the Haven. Now once you arrive to the area, you can just hit change, and then you're going to make sure you want this one that says 115 mutant AA, and then when you click apply, you can look right here and you can see Ultimate Valby Enhanced Cell Blueprint. Like I said, it has a high drop rate, 32%. So my recommendation whenever I get these, I always like getting 3 to 5. That's really up to you. So you might, if you want, you can run this 3, 4, 5 times. Get enough of these so that way when you fight Frostwalker, it goes by pretty quick. Now, once you have the material, then you just go to Frostwalker. He's a level 126. And once you defeat him, you can use the reconstruction device that he drops. Now, once you do that, well, you just have to hope for the RNG, pray, as you guys know we do. We open up, and then it's going to give you that 32% chance though of getting it, and then hopefully you guys get it on your first or second try. I got mine, so we are completely done with the enhanced blueprint. Now that we have all the pieces, well, then we can craft the Ultimate Valby Enhanced Cell. This does take 18 hours just for this, so the faster you can get this done, the faster you can start the process. Now we do have the Ultimate Valby Stabilizer. Now for this, again, the first 2 items, the Silicon and the Helion, these 2 items are gonna come from what? Those resource boxes and munition boxes, the one I showed you before. So again, this one's gonna be Echo Swamp, normal or hard, and then for the Helion, it's going to be hard, normal, resource boxes, munition boxes. So yeah, same thing there. Most of you guys probably already have a ton of this if you guys have just been playing a while. Now for the heat plasma battery, this one I have a small trick for you guys, and I'll tell you how I was able to get this. I recommend doing Old Mystery, and it's gonna be this mission right here. Now, it doesn't matter what amorphous material you pick, so you can just go straight through, but once you get in here, you're gonna run all the way through. Now, once you get into this room that's right in front of me, This room right here is going to be the room that you're going to fail. And what I mean by that is the reason why you want to fail this room is because these monsters, well, these gold bosses in here that spawn periodically, they're gonna drop that material you need. Now, when it ends, you can just go to the screen that shows you the results, hit restart, start over, and then rush back here. This takes you about a minute to get to this from start to finish to get here, and then you do this for 5 minutes. Now, what I would do is it does tell you that you need to capture these points. If you want to capture all of them but one, you can. Typically, if I notice enemies weren't spawning, I would just go over one to start it going. Once the enemies, I would jump off of it and then go kill. But typically, I don't think it really matters if you do any of these or not. But the trick to this is you want to just let the timer run out, restart it, go back here until you have enough. Now, once you have enough of that heat plasma, that's all you have to do. You will have, but that is just my kind of trick that I've learned. I think it was on Reddit a while back, but yeah, for heat plasma if you need that. Now for the final piece, so that way we can craft the stabilizer, is the blueprint. If you look right here, there is a Devourer, there is a Void Fusion, and then there's another Void Fusion. Recommendation for this one is do the Void Fusion. It has a really high drop rate from 113 Mutant AA. Now to get this, you have to get this from the strategic outpost. And let me show you this here. It's going to be this one right here. If you hold Alt and you go down, you'll see 113 Mutant AA only comes from what? Additional rewards. So what does that mean? Well, that means you need sharing. So recommendation is you can go here and then just go to the outpost. Again, you're gonna need sharing, and you're gonna need to be able to have a decent build. It doesn't have to be perfect, but a build that allows you to have your invisibility up for at least to get 3 of them. I'm able to get 4 of them now because I've been tweaking mine. But again, once you do that, then you just have to kill the boss. So whether there's 3 or 4, just knock those out, and then it's gonna be the bonus reward that you get. Remember, only Sharon has an opportunity. On the right-hand side, you get to see 13 Mutant AA. So we got what we needed. Once you get 5 of these, this is where you're going to need to go over here to this reactor right here. And you can already see this reactor shows amorphous material 113 Mutant AA, inorganic void shards 36, poly void shards 9. And that's what you need to do this one right here. So the boss is pretty simple, but again, you want to get the material first and then come over here. Now, if you look at material pattern 113 Mutant AA, look at that, ultimate Valby Stabilizer blueprint 32%. So again, I noticed a lot of these were really high drop rates. I don't know if they meant to do that, but these were a lot easier to get than the original ultimates. So I think if you guys really want to get Valby Ultimate, you guys can. Now, once you have the ultimate Valby Stabilizer blueprint, then you can craft the Valby Stabilizer. So we have one more item that we need to be able to craft, and that's going to be the catalyst. So again, the monad shards and the semi-permanent plasma, these are from what? Resource boxes, munition boxes. This one's gonna be in Kingston, so maybe you already have enough, but if you don't, just look for those boxes I showed you before. And the same thing with the semi-permanent plasma. Now these are gonna be in Vesper. Just look for those boxes that I showed you before. So very, very easy. Now for the macro biogel, this one's really easy to get. My recommendation is we're gonna come over to Echo Swamp. This is what I did. And you're gonna wanna do this outpost right here. It's right here near this outpost. So you're gonna go here and you're gonna come over to this strategic outpost right north of it and just do this over and over. Do you need to have a sharing for this? No, your goal right here is just to kill the boss. As you kill the boss, you'll start to get these. They usually drop like, I wanna say 17 to like 22. So it isn't bad. As you guys see, very easy. I was able to kill the boss. You can do this in about, what, 30 seconds or less. And then it takes a minute for it to respawn. Just do this over and over and over until you have enough material. Because again, all you're trying to do is get the macro biogel, and that's it. So if you guys need this, you can grab it pretty quick, very easy, and I didn't have any issue grabbing any of these. Then finally, the ultimate Valby Spiral Catalyst Blueprint. This is one of the harder items to get. Yep, you know. So we have Dead Bride, we have Hangman, and then we have another fusion reactor. Recommendation for this one, do the fusion reactor. 73 mutant AA has a higher drop rate than the other ones. Now this is from a strategic outpost. Again, look where it drops. It doesn't drop from the main reward. If we scroll down, it drops from pattern 073. So you're gonna want Sharon for this one. There is a temporary safe zone that you can travel to right here, or you can go to this outpost lost supply depot, whatever. If you have this one unlocked, go here. Come over here, and the same thing. You want to infiltrate stealthily. Once you do, kill the boss, he will drop it. And my recommendation is get about 4 to 5 of these. That's what I did. If you have more, you can just fight that boss that you need to fight to unlock them, and then it just makes it a lot easier. So get about 5 of them. Now, once you have 5 of them, you're gonna head just north, and you're gonna see this void reactor where it shows the amorphous material that's tied to it. Well, it has 73 mutant AA. So you need polymer and you need organic void shards, 38 and 7. So make sure you farm a couple of these if you haven't. I've been actually farming a lot of these in those defense special operations because they drop now. So I've been having quite a few. Don't really have to farm too much for them. But yeah, if you don't have these, this is what you need. Recommend if you're gonna open up 5, have enough to open up 5, right? Have enough materials, and then just do this. As you go there, fight the boss, kill him, and then you can use the thing to open it. Once you open it, hopefully you have a chance of getting it. So now 73 mutant AA's drop rate is only 20% compared to the other ones, what were like 32%. So this was the highest drop rate I saw for the Valby Spiral Catalyst. So the other ones were even lower. So again, 20% still isn't bad. I think I had to do this one about 6 or 7 times, and then it finally dropped. It's possible, it may take you a little bit, but still 20% is better than 6% like the old Ultimate. So if you guys are struggling to get this one, have faith, it will drop. And then finally, we have the Ultimate Valby Code. This one is going to be one, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I got lucky and got mine on the 6%. But again, there is one that has a higher drop rate than the other. You know, you have the 87 mutant AA, you have 125 mutant AA, and then obviously you have 110 mutant AA. Now, out of all of these, 87 is gonna have the highest drop rate, and you just have to be Pyromaniac on hard. This is gonna be a 10% drop rate when you get this material. The good thing about this material is you can get it from Chapel on hard. Now, just make sure you select the material because the original one's gonna be 86. You're gonna hit change, boom, put the new one, and then you'll see there, 10% Ultimate Valby Code. I think the other 2 are 6%, so this was the best. This is gonna be the best chance. I was lucky enough to get mine from a 6% one, but again, 10% isn't bad. So if you guys are looking at getting this, this is probably gonna be the better bet. Now, if you have a shape stabilizer form 4, it even raise that up. I think that goes up to 17%, so it gets a little bit better. So this is something for you guys to keep in mind when you're doing it. Now, once you have all the materials, then you need to craft these so that way you can craft her. So let's do that. We're gonna go to Anais right now. So we arrived at Anais, and look what we have, research request. And if you look, we go to our Descendant material, and you can see we have 3 of them, right? So we have a Spiral Catalyst, we click on it, 450K, 18 hours to do this. So let's do that one, let's get that one going, boom. And then we have another Valby Stabilizer piece, and look, take a look at this, 18 hours, 450K, we're gonna do this, boom. And then we have one more, the enhanced cells. We have all the pieces, we already showed you all this, and boom. Now, if we go over to our Descendant, right, and we go to Ultimate Valby, you can see we currently have them cooking, right? 900,000, so I gotta make sure I have money there. It takes a day and 12, wow. Yo, this is actually pretty insane. So we're just waiting on these. We know we have them, and then we have the Valby Code. So pretty much all you need to do there, see, they'll get there. And that's it, guys. So I'm going to wrap this video up, and that is how you guys get Valby. If you guys are looking at getting her, well, that's how you guys do it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, nothing but skills out.